Hey guys, welcome to another lunchtime review. Today I'm going to Papa John's Pizza. They have a new papadia. It's actually 3 new papadias. I'm gonna go through drive-thru. I've already placed my order in the app, and I'm gonna go through drive-thru and pick it up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my order from Papa John's. I'm gonna show you these, and then I'll tell you details about it in just a second. So this one is the chicken one, and let me show you what it looks like when you open it. That's what the chicken one looks like. I'm trying my very best not to drop these in the floor. So I'm gonna put this up on the dash. This would definitely be easier if you were at home. This one is, I'm pretty sure this one is the steak one. Yeah, looks like steak. It has like Philly steak on it. And then this one is the beef, which is ground beef on it. So I'm gonna get these put kind of over to the side where I can actually try them, and I'll be right back. I'll tell you the details. Okay, so here's the deal. If you're a Papa John's reward member, you can get these early. You can get these on today. Monday through Wednesday is an early release for members. And then if you're not a member, you can order these starting Thursday. I believe it's this Thursday you can start getting these, and then after that they'll just be out. So these are the Doritos Cool Ranch Papadias. They have cheddar, chicken, steak, and beef, which I showed you. You get a Cool Ranch sauce, onions, tomatoes, and the meats, whatever the meat of choice is, and cheese, of course. There's the sauce you can get on the side, and there's supposed to be sauce actually on the sandwich itself as well. Let me give me napkins. Let me grab a couple napkins, because I know I'm gonna need them. Yeah. Stretch way over there. Okay. So I'm gonna try the, they were $7.99 each, which isn't bad actually. So I got 3 of them, one of each flavor. My total with tax, Kentucky sales tax and everything, was $25.41 for 3 sandwiches. Make sure my door's locked so nobody sneaks up on me. I'm gonna try the chicken one. I'm not gonna put any sauce on it, because like I said, it's supposed to have sauce on it. And I'm wondering, the Cool Ranch Dorito, it's supposed to have like a Cool Ranch Dorito like dough, I think. I could be wrong though. Could it just be the sauce? So let me get about right there. I ordered these on the app, on my phone. I like the flavor. It's not really like a super strong ranch flavor. It's good, don't get me wrong. It's very, very good, but I don't get really the ranch flavor very strong. It's there a little bit. Definitely a ranch sauce, because you can really smell the ranch in there. Let me just pour a little bit on here. Make a little bit of a mess. All right, bite with a big thing of sauce on it. You definitely get the flavor when you put the sauce in there. So if you dip it in the sauce or pour it on top or whatever, you really taste the flavor of that sauce. There's some on there that I can see it on there. I just think by default there's maybe not enough to overcome that the flavor of the chicken and the onions and stuff. Whereas you just dip it in there, I think it'll be good. I like the chicken, and you really get the taste of the, you actually get the taste and the texture of the tomatoes. They're like the baked tomatoes. So they're really good and warm and tender and a softer tomato. And the onions are kind of like a grilled onion. They're good. I like the chicken one. I get the texture of the chicken more than I get the flavor of the chicken. So just keep that in mind if you're really looking for a really strong chicken flavor. I don't think you're going to get it, because the chicken as a protein is not a really strong flavor anyway, unless you've got seasonings on there, which then you're not tasting the chicken, you're tasting the seasoning more than the chicken. All right, so this one is the steak one, or it should be. They do give these nice boxes you can eat right out of. You don't have to have your own plate for these. A lot of times for the pizza, you have to have your own plate. These you don't have to. I do also notice these Papadias, the breading themselves. Hold up, let me see if I can pick this up and where you can see it. The bread itself has like this this powdery crust on it. Or a powdery seasoning on it. I don't know if that's a regular thing or if that's only for these. You'll have to let me know if you eat these regularly. If it's just for these, that must be the Doritos Cool Ranch stuff, the powder. So this one has like Philly steak. It's like a chopped steak. It's good. Oh, by the way, I didn't say that I like the texture of the crust, the bread, whatever you want to call it. It's got a nice crisp outside with a soft kind of a pillowy inside. I really do like the texture of the bread itself. And it's kind of like a really puffy pita bread or something like that, but it's very, very crispy on the outside. I like it. Again, I'm not really getting a strong like Cool Ranch flavor. I had a bite back here that's really doesn't have a lot of filling. Yeah, see this? There's powder all over my fingers. That's what I was talking about. That does, the powder, just the powder by itself does have a Cool Ranch flavor. It's not as strong, quite as strong as a Dorito, but it is there. So that is definitely what that orange powder is the Cool Ranch Dorito sauce. Seasoning. Again, it's good without the sauce, but let me dip it in the sauce. Or it's good without dipping it in sauce, just the way it is, but you don't get the really strong Cool Ranch flavor. Let me see if this is better. That's the way to eat these. Just open the sauce packet up or the sauce container up and just dip these in, or pour it on top of the whole, open the sandwich up and pour it on top. That's the way to eat these, because you want that stronger ranch flavor, and you don't get it with just the sandwich itself. I like that. I really like the texture that the steak adds. The steak has a little bit more chew to it. For the chicken, you know, is a much tenderer, softer texture to it, whereas the steak has a little bit more of a chew to it. And I'm getting so much of that powder on my fingers, I'm trying to wipe it off, but destroying napkins. I like that one. I like the steak. I don't know that the flavor is really that much difference between the steak and the chicken, but I think I like the texture of the steak a little bit more because it has a little bit more chew to it. Now this one is the beef, just the beef, right? This one is the beef flavor, which I'm assuming is ground beef. And this one looked like it had the most like cheese on it when I opened it up. Oh, let me get a bite where I can arrange a piece. So let me go ahead and open the sauce, because I know I'll probably want to dip it, but I'm going to open it anyway. They made them really fast too. I think they got them ready within, I don't know, it's less than 15 minutes. It was really, really fast. They didn't cut that one all the way through. Okay. So this one, yeah, you can see the ground beef right there, like the keep wanting to say hamburger, but it's ground beef. Yeah, I don't know why, but that one seemed to have more cheese on it. I like the texture of the ground beef. It's good in like a chunky ground beef. It's not a really finely ground or anything like that. I like the flavor of that. I think the ranch comes through more with the ground beef, and it actually has more of a meaty flavor, which is surprising. I would think the steak would be, but This one has more of that meaty beef flavor that I really enjoy than the steak did. I would have really thought the steak would have had more flavor, but it didn't. This ground beef one does. And again, if you really want to get that ranch flavor, dip it in the sauce. That one's really hot. Not spicy hot, heat hot. I like these. These are kind of like I said, it's kind of like a pita sandwich, except the bread is a little thicker and puffier and crisper. I really like the, I'm sure I've had one of these in a different flavor. I know I have, on this channel even, but I didn't look to be sure, but I'm pretty sure I have. I would definitely get these again. I almost prefer this. I almost would rather eat something like this than a big pizza, because a pizza is just too much for me. I can get one of these and eat one of them. I know I got 3 flavors here just to show you all the different flavors and what they look like, but honestly, just as me, I'm just going to get one of these. I almost like this better than a pizza, because I like the tomatoes and the onion and the cheese and the meats. It's really, really good. The Cool Ranch is a neat thing. The powder on the bread itself, they would really have to coat it. I mean, they would have to like super coat it. And I mean, it's already very well coated. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not coated. You can see well, hopefully you can see like the powder on there, the orange powder. It already has a ton of powder on there. It's just not enough to overcome all the cheese, tomato, onion, meat, all that stuff. So you don't get enough of the Cool Ranch powder on the bread itself to really make a difference. I mean, maybe if it was off completely, you would notice something different, but just if that was the only thing they had, you wouldn't really say that was Cool Ranch. The sauce is what really makes it a difference. You can taste it a little bit on the sandwich by itself, but then once you dip it in the sauce, it's really, really good. And it's more like a regular ranch sauce. It's not like a Doritos Cool Ranch, because it didn't have that cheesy flavor, but you're getting all that cheese with the actual papadia itself. So it's a really good. But yeah, I would almost rather, I wouldn't say this replaces a sub, but it's definitely something similar to a sub. So you could get this or sub or stromboli or something like that. These are a little easier to eat than like a stromboli. It's a kind of a bigger sandwich. These are nice and flat. I really like these. I do like the sauce a lot. I like the textures of the bread, like the flavors. It's just really, really good. I'm gonna give these 5 out of 5. So when you get these, when they come out on Thursday, if they sound interesting to you, go get them. Make sure they give you a sauce. Make sure they've given you a sauce. If they didn't give you a sauce, you're not gonna get the full experience. But if you get that sauce, you can dip the sandwich in. It's really, really good. Yeah, and like I said, I like the tomatoes, I like the onions, I like the cheese, I like everything about it. My favorite out of the 3 is gonna be the beef one. I like the beef flavor better than the steak and the chicken. If you want something a little lighter as far as the meaty flavor and it's a little softer texture, you probably wanna go for the chicken. If you want something that's a little meaty flavored, but it's a little tougher to chew, not tough as in like you got gristle in there, but it's just more of a chew than the chicken is, you might want to get the steak. The steak really flavor-wise didn't taste that much different than the chicken, but it was really more of a texture thing. But yeah, I'm giving all these a 5 out of 5. Hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.